Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Shemi Awashai, by Shemar Kakadash. Double honors to the elders GMS as well. Peace and salutations to Link Akim on the four corners, prison, truth, and sincerity. Peace be unto you and Shalom. This is a lesson I really want to get into. It's about conduct. You know, staying in the prophecy is good, but sometimes you have to also read and study about conduct. Just like how it's good to know about history as well. You know, you want to be balanced. You don't want to be so occupied in prophecy where you actually forget. You don't even remember what the 10 Commandments are. You can't name them off the top of your head. You know, you so occupied in prophecy and Babylon being destroyed and hating Esau that you forget that, you know, it's the Sabbath day and you're not supposed to be kindling the fire. You know, there's still conduct. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 22. Lay hands suddenly on no man, neither be partakers of other men's sins. Keep thyself pure. This is something that I see from brothers who camp visit. You know, they go all over the place. They go visit brothers in, you know, Los Angeles. They'll go visit brothers in Denver. They'll go visit brothers in Minnesota. They'll go visit brothers in New Jersey, you know, Dallas, Atlanta, you know, Grand Rapids, you know, Florida camps. You know, they'll go all these places. And one thing you notice, different camps have different liberty. You understand what I'm saying? So the liberty of one camp might not be another camp's liberty. Another camp's liberty might have the liberty of, you know, let's say they might have the liberty of, let's say, burning incense on the Sabbath. Or another camp might be like, oh, that's a fire. You might have another camp who might have the liberty of, you know, they feel like it's okay to buy during the Sabbath. Another camp feel like, no, it's wrong. You know, you might have one camp has a liberty to, you know, go out, you know, and, you know, go to strip clubs. Another camp might be, you know, not into that. Another camp might have the liberty where they're, you know, rapping, singing and stuff like that. Another camp might not. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like it's basically different camps have different liberties. And you have some people who might go to all these other camps and experience these camps and see the liberty that some of these camps have. And one of the things that they do is they take on the liberty of that camp and bring it back to their own camp. Okay, if that's what, you know, GMS such and such camp does, that doesn't mean that you bring it back to our camp. And just like if GMS Detroit, if we do this, you don't go over in another camp and act like, you know, behave yourself and conduct yourself like this, because the other camp might not, you know, have that same liberty. You know, you got brothers who basically follow each other's worst habits. You know, they'll go all over and visit all over these state camps. And they'll take on the worst habits of every camp that they can find and try to bring it back. You know, you're supposed to, you know, when you go somewhere, you're supposed to be mindful of how you conduct yourself, and you're supposed to be mindful, you know, because you might see some stuff. You might see some camp might be like, well, it's wrong to eat, you know, this because it has pork in it, or this has, you know, tiny traces of this and that. And then, you know, You go to another camp and they might eat the exact same thing and they ain't tripping about that. They ain't tripping that there's a tiny speck or it contains some type of, pork product or something like that you don't even know if it's even true or not, or trying to watch how another person eats and brother, that's not healthy. If you put this in the microwave and that causes cancer because of styrofoam cups, and every camp is not worried about that type of stuff. Some camps, might not. And if they don't, hey, that's them. If they do, then hey, don't try to, bring back all that type of, nonsense, to a camp that ain't with that. You don't try to basically enforce, your ways. As on bringing out says, neither be partaker of other men's sins, and it goes to even more severe, because you might see somebody in your own camp that's sinning, or you see them doing something that's off. Or let's say you see somebody and let's say you always see them and they're always, let's say you see they got a pride spirit in them. Now, scripture says a little leaven the whole lump. So a person might be like, I'm going to be powerful just like him, or he does it. He does that. Or this person's late to camp. This person always miss camp. I can do it too. It says, be not partakers of other men's sins. That's between him and the Most High. First of all, the Most High might not have the same mercy on you as he has on other person that you copy in their sins. And in fact, I guarantee you, he's going to have less mercy on you. Here you are, basically being a copycat sinner, trying to, imitate all the bad things that you see or what could be received as bad things. What happened to take up on the good traits? Because if you go to a lot of camps, you'll see a lot of good qualities of brothers. Why not bring back those good qualities? Okay, you go back, let's say you go to GMS Cleveland or GMS Indiana or GMS Dallas or GMS Atlanta somewhere. And one of the good qualities that they see is let's see, you notice that the brothers fellowship with each other, 4 days out the week or something like that, and then you're like, man, you know what? I could, go meet up with brothers a little bit more often. You could try that. Or let's say you go somewhere and you see a camp that, they all have, let's say, I think they said Dallas, they have, like they go out to like gym shows or like rhinestone scene, or go out and see about rhinestones or something like that. And some people that enter into it, that's on them. But let's say you see something like that brings brothers closer together, and then you bring on some of those good habits. Let's say if you see brothers have some type of trivia games somewhere where they have different type of, teaching styles. You bring back some of those type of good qualities. You don't bring back, the negative qualities that you see from brothers. And that's the main issue about camp hopping, camp visiting, and then gossiping with other camps about your end problems. That's not cool. This is not to discourage anybody to go visit other brothers at camps, but it's also, there's a way that you conduct yourself when you go out. You a guest. When you a guest, you don't go up and kick your feet up. I don't care how comfortable they make you feel. You make sure they ask, hey, you want a seat, brother? You act like a guest. You behave, you conduct yourself like a guest. You don't help yourself to their food, even if they are friendly. You let them offer. On that note, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach Double honors to the elders of GMS who were well. Peace, salutation, and Shalom.